Greetings, class. Welcome to week 6 of MSFS 5010. I'm happy to be having read your papers, and I'm really quite impressed with how good you all are as writers. I didn't see any passive voice hardly at all, which is often a problem for students of all kinds. So thank you. It really was a pleasure to read them, and I am looking forward to your final papers later this week. And I've enjoyed the discussions as well, and you've certainly all come a long way in the weeks we've been together, just figuring out how to include your references with the proper citations. You still sometimes miss some things, and you'll get used to it in the course of your program. Of course, this is one of the major skills that you have to learn as a graduate student. So the conversations have been also very juicy, and I'm impressed with how well you have absorbed the concept of nuance in these conversations and are not seeing things in all black and white, no matter how much you may be opposed to Walmart, for example, as the favorite demon of the moment. You have found some redeeming qualities, at least in the relationship with Will Allen of Growing Power. And I think that these are things that we really have to consider very carefully before we pass judgment, especially when we think that somebody is sincerely trying to be moving in the right direction and serving as a role model for others, such as Will Allen. Walmart, certainly we would be wise to question their motives. I don't think their motives are too hidden. Their motives are to make profit and to control the retail market, which they do already. And I guess the question really is, can Walmart ever become a sustainable business given its model, and what would have to change? And I really liked the question that Trinity posed at one point: would you do the right thing even if nobody's looking? And somebody else, I believe it was Gail, said something to the effect of, we don't want to end up just talking to ourselves, otherwise known as preaching to the choir. So at some point we really have to engage these folks in these discussions. Is Walmart here to stay? A lot of you seem to assume it is, and maybe we have to look at it in terms of a time frame. Maybe we have to look at it in terms of, is the Walmart of 20 years from now going to be the same one that we know and despise today? After all, even if they endure for many more years, they do have to at least not kill the host at which they're parasitizing. Otherwise, it won't survive. So those are sort of my commentaries on the Walmart phenomenon. I certainly would join you in believing that the opportunity for local and sustainable and organic and good real food from small farms is fairly incompatible with the Walmart model. Whether there's room for both is another question that really is the main one for me, um, because we're not going to be getting rid of Walmart anytime soon. And I don't think that Walmart's going to turn into the happy farmers market and craft bazaar of ancient civilizations. I've enjoyed learning about all of those projects that you're engaged in locally. You're doing some really incredible stuff, and I'm hats off to you. That's all I can say. Um, all of your knowledge of social media and the best apps is also really uh, really cool. I've been learning a lot from just reading your discussions about that, and maybe someday I'll even get a smartphone myself. Who knows? So I'm looking forward to our final week together. Time certainly has flown by. I've got some pictures of the last days of my garden before I get it put to bed, and I hope you enjoy those. And I'll talk to you one more time at the end of the class. Have fun.